Hey you, yes you, I bet you're going to do well on this paper. So let's go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Teacher M and this is the PEP for 2023 literacy paper. Grade 4 language arts PEP. I don't know what you're searching for. PEP 4 literacy, PEP 4 language arts Jamaica. Grade 4 primary exit exam. Here is the 2023 literacy paper, past paper. All right. I know you're all going to do well. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Read the cover of the book carefully. Then use it to answer questions 1 to 6. So you look at every piece of detail on the cover. Clear? I'm going to make it small. This is a cover. Look at everything on the cover. When I say everything, everything. You don't know what you're going to use to ask you a question. So you look at the price up in the top corner here. $1,400. Letter Writing Made Easy, that's the name of the book, by Roy Scott. It's book 4, which means it's for grade 4 students. It was first published in 2011 by Ian Wright Publishing. So it means that there's another publishing, whether one more, two more, but the first one was in 2011. So it says it's as easy as 1, 2, 3 for students in grades 3 and 4, illustrated by Joseph Green and Jim Cox. So the book is for grades 3 and 4. Students in grades 3 and 4, though it says book 4. So I guess they want to prepare the grade 3, so when they come to grade 4, it will be easier for them. Let's go. What is the title of the book? You don't even have to go back. It's Letter Writing Made Easy. But feel free to go back if you need to, alright? Number 2. For which students was the book intended? Who they wrote it for, or who they really want to benefit from the book? A says students in grade 3 only. B says only grade 4. C says grades 3 and 4. D says grades 4 and 5. It's grades 3 and 4. That's why you need to read everything before you even attempt the question. Number 3. Who is the author of the book? Who wrote the book? Who wrote the book? By Roy Scott. That's the writer, Roy Scott. Go down and find Roy Scott, and he's at A. Number 4. When was the book first published? I am remembering it to be 2011. If you don't remember, the thing to do is to go back. First published 2011. All right? Remember, guys, you don't want to be throwing away your points like that. What is the cost of the book? I remember it very well up in the top right-hand corner. $1,400. $1,400. That's why it's important to read everything even before you start the questions. Number 6. In which subject would this book be most helpful? A says art and craft. B says mathematics. C says language arts. D says physical education. Letter writing made easy, language arts. Read the passage below. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you're finding this paper so far. Is it easy, manageable, or is it hard? Read the passage carefully, or the passage below, then answer questions 7 to 11. The big mango tree. Do you have a mango tree at home? Here's a big mango tree. I'm just going to make it small so you can see the whole thing, then I'll zoom up for reading. Alright, big mango tree. 5 children were studying. They were under the big mango tree near a playground. They watched as other children their age played on the swings. They didn't have time to play. They were all doing their best to keep their grades the highest in their class. Janet looked around when she heard a deep voice. She thought she heard the voice say, "Go play." Carlos and Manuel began to explain something but stopped in mid-sentence. The boys looked at each other with mouths open. "Go have fun," a deep voice said. "You're a child only once." Now everybody looked around. The tree shook as if it were hit by a great wind. "Go and play," it thundered. All 5 children were out of there in a flash. What would you do if you were there? Number 7. Where were the children studying? We don't have to go back. Is it under a tree, at school, at the playground, or in the library? Where were they? Under a tree, in the playground. The tree was near, so don't be thrown off. You need to check and be sure. So they weren't in a playground, they were near a playground, they were under a tree. The tree was near the playground. Number 8. How many children were studying? There were 5 children under the tree. Remember to go back in if you don't remember. Number 9. Why was there no time to play? A says the children preferred to watch others playing. B says they preferred to relax. C says they cared about getting good grades. D says they did not like to play. They really wanted to maintain and keep good grades. Alright, so that's C. Number 10. What is meant by thundered? As used in the final line of the passage when the voice thundered and said, "Go and play." It was about to rain. B says it was getting windy. C says it's to run fast. And D says speak loudly. D, the voice thundered. Voice, speak. Number 11. Which best describes what is being suggested by the passage? A says that the children are too easily scared. B says the library is the best place to study. C says that work and play are equally important, and D says that it is better to study in groups. So that's number 11. Work and play are equally important. Let's move now to this one that says examine the bar graph carefully, then use it to answer items or questions 12 to 16. And it's showing the average lifespan of some animals, meaning how long they're expected to live. So in years, you have in years right here. Years. And down here you have the animals. So the whale is expected to live to about 70. Bears, 30 years. Dogs, 20. Cat, 20 as well. And the mouse is about 5 years. Alright? Let's see what they want. Which 2 animals have the same lifespan? Dog and cat, dog and cat. That's at B. Number 12. That's 12 we just did. Number 13. How many years is a bear likely to live? A bear is likely to live 30 years. 30 is at C. Number 14. Which animal has the shortest lifespan? We know it's Mr. Mouse at C. He's about 5 years. Number 15. Which animal lives longer than 50 years? And we know it's that one gone up to 70. That's Mr. Whale. Yeah, Mr. Whale is all the way past 50 up to 70. So whale is number 15. Whale is at A. Number 16. Which statement is true? A says a dog may live as long as a bear. No, a dog will live as long as a cat. B says a dog may live longer than 30 years. No, I think they're 20 years. Let me go back and see. Remember to check. Dog is 20, right? So they won't live long. That's not true. C, a mouse may live longer than a cat. No, the mouse is way down at 5, the cat at 20. D says a mouse may live less than 10 years. That is true because a mouse may live up to 5 years. How do you like this paper? Alright, so here it says, read the passage carefully. Then answer items 17 to 21. Women in sports. Do you like sports? And what's your sports? Saturday, February 25, 2023, and it's volume 4, so they would have gone 3 volumes before. Stephanie Roxanne Taylor. Stephanie Roxanne Taylor was born on June 11, 1991 in Jamaica. Beginning in 2008, she has played for the West Indies women's team over 250 times. She was also captain of the West Indies women's cricket team from 2018 to 2022. Taylor began playing cricket at an early age. Before she began playing cricket, she was interested in other sports. These included football and netball. At about age 8 or about 8 years old, she started playing cricket. She later represented Eltham High School in several different competitions. She has played in Guyana. She has played in Guyana, Australia, England, and New Zealand. Her highest score was 171. She has also represented the Sydney Thunders and Adelaide Strikers, 2 teams from Australia. Throughout her career as a cricketer, she has received several awards, including Women's Cricketer of the Year. She was also given the Order of Distinction on October 17, 2016 for her outstanding contribution to women's cricket. 17. Where was Stephanie Taylor born? We know it was in Jamaica. What was Stephanie Taylor's highest score in cricket match? 171, I believe. She's played 250 times with a high score. See it here. Her highest score was 171. So that's at B. 19. For which team was Stephanie Taylor captain? West Indies women. Let's see. That's number 19. We're going up. For which team was she captain? Sure, the Canada. Sure, da. Alright, so it was the West Indies women captain. Alright. So that's A. When did Taylor played for the West Indies women's team? When did she first play for them? Taylor began playing cricket at an early age. Before she began playing So here is the answer for the previous one. She was also captain of the West Indies. From 2008. She played for the West Indies in 2008. Oh Lord, what's that? 2008. Sometimes you just have to go back and search. 2008 is at D. 20 is D. Oh no. 21. What is meant by Taylor began playing at an early age? A says she may have started playing cricket in England. B says in Australia. C says maybe when she was in primary school, and D says maybe when she was in high school, early age, primary school. 21 is C. Now this says a student bought some items from the school tuck shop. The receipt for the items, is shown below. Use it to answer questions 22 to 26. So it says New Leaf Primary Tuck Shop, New Green PO, Manchester, telephone number 876-642-6116, and here is the receipt. So the receipt number is 00169. The cashier was Mariah. Date of purchase is the 29th of October 2022, and the time was 12:05 p.m. Items purchased, and you're seeing the amount to the right. So a small fried chicken, and she asks for the breast, $4.50, extra rice, $50, orange juice, $100, fried plantain, $100, total $700. Amount tendered, meaning she paid them with $1,000, change $300. Thank you for shopping with us. Please come again. How many items did the student buy? So she bought fried chicken, 1, extra rice, 2, orange juice, fried plantain. She bought 4 items. 4 is at B. 23. In which month were the items bought? October. It was the something of the 10th. Let me see. The 29th of October. 29th of the 10th. October is the 10th month. What is the total paid for the items bought? Total paid. A says 300. B says 700. C 1000. D 2022. The total is $700. So that is at B. So 24 is B. 25. What part of the chicken does the student prefer to have? Breast. You would have seen the breast in bracket beside her chicken order. The items on the receipt are most likely for the students: A, breakfast, B, lunch, C, dinner, C, and D, snack. For her lunch. Time of day was 12:05, so it's lunchtime. Here, it was cashed 12:05, so she was buying lunch more than likely. Most likely lunch. Read the passage below, then answer questions 27 to 30. Jordan returns to school. On the morning that school reopened, Jordan was feeling very miserable. He grumbled. Grumbled is underlined. You know they're going to ask something. So he grumbled to himself all through breakfast. He had spent many happy days fishing and relaxing down by the river. He played exciting games of cricket, football, basketball, and dominoes with his friends who were also on holiday. But today was the first day of school. 8 weeks, he felt, was not long enough to be away from school. Clifford Naring Singh, that's the writer. What made Jordan miserable? A says 8 weeks of holiday, B says eating breakfast, C says the walk to school, and D says it's the reopening of school. He was feeling miserable because school was reopening. All right. You can debate this one to say whether it was the 8 weeks of holiday being too short. I don't think it was a walk to school nor breakfast. It's more the reopening. 28. Jordan grumbled to himself. This means that he was doing what? Not enjoying the food. B says complaining quietly. C says already full. And D says he was complaining loudly. The answer is B. He was complaining quietly. That's grumbling to himself. 29. Which best describes Jordan's holiday? A says his holiday was boring. B says it was enjoyable. C says it was long. And D, miserable. No. Going back was miserable. it was enjoyable because it mentioned all the things he played and the fact that he was now thinking that 8 weeks was just too short. So he was enjoying his holiday. 29 and moving on to 30, the last item. If you have not liked and subscribed yet, please do so. Share this video with a friend, a child that you know, somebody who has a child preparing for exam. Just share the video, all right? Even you as adults can learn from it. You know, sometimes just to sit and do these, you learn so much. And it is so relaxing just to listen and to read and to work with something below your grade level. It kind of relaxes you. Number 30. Which holiday was Jordan on before returning to school? So if it's an 8 weeks holiday, it's summer. Midterm is few days. Easter and Christmas is maximum 2 weeks. Don't really even go up there, but 8 weeks would be summer. With that, we have come to the end of the paper. Thanks for watching. And until then, I'm saying love from Teacher M. Alright, I'll catch you in the next video. It will be the 2024 PEP Literacy or Language Arts paper.